Hi, Jonathan Sandmel from Steady Networks here. Wanted to give a quick update on some of our newest recommendations for users of Outlook, the application. Our new guidance really is moving towards Outlook for the web and away from the Outlook desktop app. Here's a couple of reasons why. First of all, what prompted me to start looking at this and talking about it is there was an Outlook outage a few weeks ago. Our help desk was flooded with questions about why Outlook wasn't working while we at Steady Networks, our internal staff, was not having any issues. And the reason why is because there was an outage caused by a software update to the application, the desktop version of Outlook. It did not affect web users. And we've become very comfortable internally with using the Outlook version for the web and wanted to make sure that everyone out there had the same opportunity. So uh, one of the reasons why we think that it's a good idea to start thinking about using Outlook for the web is storage limitations. We start to see real bottlenecks once you start to have too much data stored on your Office installation, Outlook installation on the desktop. Standard Office 365 mailbox can get up to 50 gigabytes. If you store more than about 20 gigabytes of that storage on your desktop hard drive, it really starts to bog down the application, the Outlook application. So what can you do? You can turn on caching and shrink the amount of timeline up down to 1 month or 3 months or even a year that you're storing data locally, but that increases search times and it doesn't solve the root of the problem. So what do we like about Outlook for Web? Well, it's got a standard interface. Whether you're on a Mac or PC, uh, it, it allows you to see the same uh, browser experience. I'm going to share that with you here. So you get to see this version of your inbox, and whether you're, regardless of what browser or what operating system you're on, you're going to see this same interface. And it just acts like another tab. You can have your Google tab right next to you, and you just bounce back and forth between Outlook. One other thing to be aware of, however, is that there's a new feature in Edge Chromium, the new Edge browser from Microsoft, that'll let you say go down to apps and say open in Outlook. And what it does is it kind of appifies and takes it out of the browser experience and gives you a shortcut that you can put on your desktop and put on your tabs down below. That gives you the ability to interact with Outlook as if it were an app when in fact it's really functioning as a web page. So I find this to be a really cool feature, makes it really user friendly to interact with the browser version if you're have a lifetime of comfort with the application version. So that's our recommendation, is to start thinking about using the browser version of Microsoft. Just go to outlook.office.com and you're there. So final caveat, calendar invites. This is transitioning. I'm seeing more and more calendar invites that are friendly to the Outlook version for the web, but there's a few that you still, these .ics files, you still open them in the classic Outlook. So for me, I keep a copy on my desktop just to open invites, and then I close it again after I accept the invites. So it's going to get better, but that's my thoughts. If you have any questions, please feel to reach out 365-1975 or email me, Jonathan at steadynetworks.com. Have a great day.